पूरा एटा बस एटा खोल के रखी जीवो प्रेशर चेंज एटा कितना नंबर पेज 210 PDF 19 the pressure change obtained by changing the volume the pressure change by changing the volume can affect the products become bahar se in case of a gaseous reaction where the total number of moles of gaseous reactants and total number of moles are different. In applying Le-Chatelier's principle to a heterogeneous equilibrium, heterogeneous का gas solid से basically phase उड़ा अलग-अलग दियो reactant products with it. Effect of the pressure change on solids and liquids can be ignored because the volume डेट को लगता है be ignored because the volume concentration of a solution liquid is nearly independent of pressure. So, Le-Chatelier's principle to heterogeneous equilibrium, the effect of the pressure changes on solids and liquids can be ignored because the volume and concentration of a solution or liquid is nearly independent. Le-Chatelier also independent. बुझिलो ना ए जिनसटा और किछ नाही सेडी से कहूची एठी एटा सबतक होमोजेनियस है सबतक फेज गैस अछि gaseous products useful. Suppose equilibrium mixture for above. यहाँ पे का equilibrium mixture above reaction kept in a cylinder fitted with piston at constant temperature is compressed to 1/2 of its original volume. Then the total pressure will be doubled. Pressure double है क्या? जितनी की वॉल्यूम था अधा है क्या? मतलब प्रेशर डबल है क्या? बुझी उसको थोड़ा ये जो PV equal to nRT এটা কোটি পড়ছিল thermodynamics states of matter ideal gas equation तमे करूनो मोटर साई किछि पाठ पढिले सिना हबो तमे कोन करूछो तमे किछि करूनो कोन बेकार वीडियो रे बकर बकर the partial pressure therefore concentration of reactants मते केते कष्ट पडुची बुझिया पेगा तमे पढी करी समस्या रेटा सेतिर पढितली से आइडियल गैस कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम तो किछि पढु न तमे ମୁଁ ତମକୁ କହୁଛି थर्मोडायनामिक्स एटा एकाडी करो तमे रादर सब तो चैप्टर एकाडी स्टार्ट करिया କଥା ଆଉ କିଛି ଉପାୟ ନାହିଁ ମାନେ इट इज योर वीक पॉइंट तमे तमे तमरो लैक्सिटी तमे तमर नेग्लिजेंस तमर आज ए सिचुएशन में पहुंची छी the partial pressure and therefore concentration of reactants में सुनी बनी से तो ये सही तमे 10th क्लास सेमती गुजारलो 11th भी सेमती वर्ष बीतीगला 8 9 मास 10 मास हेगला तो सेमती गुजारलो पाठ पढ़ा एमती हुए नहीं सही तमे जेमती दि चारटा अपन नोट कर दी कि दि चारटा पेज 10टा पेज देखि कि कोन दि चारटा 5टा चैप्टर करछो ते बायोलॉजी 15टा चैप्टर साल लेनी छै माने 5टा चैप्टर कोन क्वेश्चन आंसर रे सब तक करो अपडेट करो रेडी कर रखो एटलीस्ट ताको दियो एपटे ट्यूशन रे नोट केते पाठ जानि छ ना राति रे सोइबा पे समय नै पिला तमे तो नॉर्मली पाठटा पढी कि मन रहबनी से पाठटा पढुन आउ ताको पढी मन रखिबा पे आउ पढिया पे तुम समय तुम पाके कोड आसी पारी बनी फटो पाठ तुम जेमति डाचा धरिछो सेथरे पाठ पारी बनी काहे कि माने तमे माने निजु माने एते खराब अवस्था को लेके जाउ छ टिके चेष्टा करो माँ कहउछंती बोली कि मु कहूनी तम कामरू मु कहि दउची माँ कहिबे कोन न कहबे कोन मु तो माजी नुवा देखछि chemical bonding, states of matter, thermodynamics, equilibrium. ଏଗୁଡ଼ା କେତେ ଜିନିଷ ହେଲାଣି ତମେ କୋଉଠୁ ପାରିବ ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ତ କୋପ କରିବ ପୁଣି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ବହି ଅଛି ପାଠ ଛାଡିଯିବ ଆଉ କଣ ମାନେ ପରୀକ୍ଷାରେ ଆସିବନି ଆଉ ଦେଖିପାରିବନି ଖରାପ କରିବ ପରୀକ୍ଷା and the total pressure will be doubled according to the period. The partial pressure and therefore concentration of reactant partial pressure कौन जानिनो ना से जिन गुड़ा केते तुमको बुझेबी concentration of reactants and products have changed and the mixture is no longer at equilibrium ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟ ପ୍ରେସର ସେ ସବୁ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ନିଜର ଗୋଟେ ସଡନ ପ୍ରେସର ରେ ସେମାନେ ମାନେ ଥାନ୍ତି ଇକ୍ୱିଲିବ୍ରିୟମ ରେ ତ ସେଇ ଯୋଉ ସେଇଟାକୁ ପାର୍ସିଆଲ ପ୍ରେସର କୁହାଯାଉଛି ସବୁ ରିଆକ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ସବୁ ପ୍ରଡକ୍ଟ ପାଖରେ ସବୁ ତ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପାର୍ସିଆଲ ପ୍ରେସର ବି ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇଯାଉଛି ଆଉ ଟୋଟାଲ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ସିଷ୍ଟମ ରେ ଇକ୍ୱିଲିବ୍ରିୟମ ରେ ନାହିଁ ତମେ ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରେସରଟା ଆପ୍ଲାଏ କଲ ପ୍ରେସର ଡବଲ ହେଇଗଲା ଭଲ୍ୟୁମ ଅଧା ହେଇଗଲା ତ ଆଉ ଇକ୍ୱିଲିବ୍ରିୟମ ରେ ସେ ମିକ୍ସଚରଟା ନାହିଁ the direction in which the reaction goes to re-establish equilibrium ଯଦି ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଲା ତାହେଲେ ସେ ଗୋଟେ ଡାଇରେକ୍ସନ ଧରିବ ଯୋଉଠି ଲେ ଚାଟଲିୟର୍ସ ପ୍ରିନ୍ସିପଲ जोठी से इक्विलिब्रियम को रिस्टोर करने की चेष्टा करिवो right ना can be predicted by applying Le Chatelier's principle हम कहि since pressure has doubled the equilibrium now shifts in the forward direction pressure double हो गला तो वॉल्यूम कम हो गला pressure double a direction in which the number of moles of gas of pressure decreases we know pressure is proportional to moles of the gas eighth ପାଇଁ से କହିଲା को बेसिस रे कहला जे एटा फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन को ଯିବ प्रेशर कमिले प्रेशर बढ़िले से कहला प्रेशर इज प्रोपोर्शनल टू द मोल्स प्रेशर बढ़ी गला तो मोल्स भी बढ़िबो तो प्रोडक्ट साइड ता बढ़ी दिस कैन बी से इन रखुछि this can be also understood by using reaction quotient and पुणी से reaction quotient कथा कहला the reaction quotient रो ये आंसर बुझिछि concentration of the molar concentrations at equilibrium for methanation reaction methane obtain करबे जेलो से methanation reaction QC लिखिला आप एटाई तो QC से ही concentration लिखा जाए तो equilibrium constant से इनसा but it is a reaction proceeds forward can एटा एमति रहइबो एटा ले चैप्टर प्रिंसिपल अनुसार आस ए जो जिनसटा फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन बोली के एटा एमति रहउछि एटा तमरो एक्सप्रेशन टा रहला reaction quotient से कम पूछी we obtain this is important कथा कहला we obtain the reaction quotient by replacing each equilibrium concentration by double its value एटा तो सही आई रहउछि जहाँ एटी अछि एटा तो सही आई रहउछि से कहूछि practically एटा तो formula टा but practically you obtain by like this as have partial pressure and the concentration are doubled ऐसे कहूछि जदि गैस अछि तो partial pressure रे करो या concentration रे भी करो किसी असुविधा नहीं देखि को कहितला सेंस in reaction ए जो जिनसटा एटा गोटे कोन मिसिंग इज when pressure is increased the reaction goes in the reverse direction because the number of moles of gas increases in the forward direction in the reaction C plus सेटा थिला methanation reaction ethane obtain करबे से केस रे प्रेशर इंक्रीज होला एटा फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन को शिफ्ट होला এই কেসে প্রেশর ইনক্রিজ হଉଛି, the reaction goes in the reverse direction, ଏପଟକୁ ଯାଉଛି କାହିଁକି? Because the number of moles of gas increases in the forward direction. এই কেসରେ କଣ ହେଇଥିଲା? Direction in which the number of moles ହେଲା it is the partial pressure and therefore concentration of reactants products have changed and the mixture is no longer in equilibrium. The direction in which the reaction goes to re-establish equilibrium. Since pressure has doubled, the equilibrium now shifts in the forward direction, a direction in which the number of moles of a gas or pressure decreases. যদি ডিক্রিজ କରୁଛି partial pressure by ବୁଝିହେଲା বা number of moles decrease କରୁଛି, that case ସେଟା କୁଆଡେ କି forward direction ଯାଉଛି. ଯଦି increase କରୁଛି ତାହେଲେ ସେଟା reverse direction backward direction ଯାଉଛି. थोड़ा मन रखिए कौन छुट्टिया କଥା inert gas addition, and volume is kept constant and an inert gas such as argon is added which does not part in the reaction, the equilibrium remains undisturbed. It is because the addition of an inert gas at constant volume does not change the pressure of the mold concentrations of substance. Inert gas participate करेंगे ना chemical reaction में बहुत कम ताकि reactivity बहुत कम तेणु तमे ऐड कले किसी चेंज हबोनी partial pressure रे बा concentration रे किसी चेंज हुएनी. The reaction quotient changes only if the added gas is a reactant or product involved. This is why केवल जदि ये जो gas टा add करछो inert gas टा सेटा ଗୋଟେ reactant किबा product हुए तबे तबे reaction quotient रे किसी changes आसे, otherwise तार किसी हबार नहीं. Effect of temperature change कौन এটা কোউডি থিলা কোউডি পড়াই এটা এইটা এটা এইটি থিলা এই দেখো ମୁଁ କହିଦଉଛି এইটি থিলা ବନେଇଛି ତ ଏନସିଆରଟି ପିଡିଏଫ ବୁଝିଲ ତ ପାଠ ପଢିବ ଏଠି ରହିବା କଥା ଏଠି ରହିଛି ତମ ନଜରଟା ଏଠି ମୁଁ ତ କହିବି କଣ ଖାଲି ଅଛି ହେଲା ତମେ ତମ ନଜରଟା ଏଠି ପଡିଛି ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଦେଇଛି ଆଉ ପାଇଲି ଖୋଜୁଥିଲି ମୋର ସେଟା ଧାରଣା ହିଁ ନାହିଁ. Whenever an equilibrium is disturbed by a change in the concentration, pressure, or volume, the composition of the equilibrium mixture changes because the reaction quotient Q no longer equals the equilibrium constant. Equilibrium time रे QC और KC दिटा में समान था तो सही थी. Equilibrium न रहले माने QC और KC संगे समान होई पर से पुणी सही सिचुएशन को पळेइबो आसुतो ये एटा QC जदि लेस देन KC हेगला तले फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन जो QC जदि ग्रेटर देन KC हेगला तले रिवर्स डायरेक्शन हे जो ये सब से सिस्टम को पळेइबो आ इक्वल रहिबोनी ना. However, when a change in temperature occurs, the value of equilibrium constant Kc is changed. The change in temperature, the temperature रे change होउची है ना. So equilibrium constant Kc is changed. The equilibrium constant for an exothermic reaction negative delta H decreases as the temperature increases. Exothermic. For an endothermic reaction, the ultra positive. It negative exothermic positive enthalpy increases as the temperature increases. Temperature changes affect the equilibrium constant and rates of reactions. Production of ammonia according to reaction with this dela এটা ଗୋଟେ thermochemical equation এটা କୁହନ୍ତି. ଏମିତି ଯଦି enthalpy information ରହିଲା ତାହେଲେ ଏଟାକୁ thermochemical equation କୁହନ୍ତି. thermodynamics ରେ ପଢିବ. It is an exothermic process. So raising the temperature shifts the equilibrium to left and decreases the equilibrium concentration of the ammonia. एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन ना हीट गिवन आउट तमे जो टेम्परेचर बढ़िलो तार सेपटर जो N2H3H2 एटा बेसी एक्टिवेट हो जिवो इक्विलिब्रियम ता सेपट को शिफ्ट हो गला in other words low temperature is favorable for yield high yield of ammonia यदि टेम्परेचर बढ़ी गला ताले अल्टीमेटली कोन हो ना एजेंट्स गुडा को बेसी बाहरिबे अमोनिया बाहरिबे टेम्परेचर कमिले जेके गुडा बाहरिबे practically very low temperature slow down the reaction and thus the catalyst is used but practically it is बहुत slow है low temperature slow down the reaction but catalyst use करके समान एटा को fast कर temperature भी low रहला भला अमोनिया बाहरिबो त उस माने गोटे catalyst use कर दियति reaction ता fast एटा पर system otherwise principle अनुसार एटा low temperature होइला जदि अमोनिया अधिक करिए किंतु लो हला को यार रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन भी बहुत कम है स्पीड बहुत कम है गोटे कैटलिस्ट यूज कर effect of temperature on equilibrium can be demonstrated by taking NO2 effect of temperature as an experiment সেই কনসেপ্ট को बुझे छी गोटे ई रिएक्शन नहीं NO2 gas color no brown in color which demerizes into N2O4 colorless gas এটা exothermic না endothermic केमती नेगेटिव अछि परा एंथैल्पी एठी डिस्कस करथिली मन पड़नी तम NO2 gas prepared by addition ना आगु बहुत थोड़ा डिस्कस हिची NO2 gas prepared by addition of CO2 turnings copper Cu turnings copper turnings to concentrate HNO3 is collected into 5 ml test tube copper turnings to concentrated nitric acid SiT NO3 gas power ensuring same intensity of color of gas in each tube and stopper sealed with araldite araldite पढ़ती नहीं araldite पढ़ती से dita silent होता है araldite अरे araldite ऑप्शन है ये घरे सब यूज हुआ araldite पूरा सील करो 250 ml beakers 1 2 and 3 containing freezing mixer water at room temperature and hot water 363 K respectively are taken. Both the test tubes are placed in beaker 1 and other in beaker 3. The effect of temperature on the direction of reaction is depicted very well in this experiment. At low temperatures, the beaker 1, the forward reaction of formation of N2O4 is preferred as reaction is exothermic. And thus, intensity of brown color due to this decreases. Can N2O4 colorless, na? NO3 does not brown. NO2. Oh, NO2, sorry. ना बिकर तीनटा तुम नहीं छो ना जो थोड़े पानी रखिबो तो while in beaker 3 high temperature favors the reverse reaction formation of NO2 brown color body jibo effect of temperature can also be seen in endothermic reaction endothermic reaction at room temperature the equilibrium mixture is blue due to cobalt chloride and when cooled in a freezing mixer the color of the mixture turns pink due to cobalt H2O6 hydroxyl H2O6.
H2 bracket
H2O6. हाँ है एटा सब है एटा भी है ना एटा भी है जेमती एससीएन करतला सेठी PSConet से जे ये कंपाउंड जहाँ भी आसु से आयन सुड़ा कहूची हो बेसी जनरेट हो ए आयन सुड़ा से कलर आसे ना एटी भी सही जिनसरा देइची हो cooled in a freezing mixture the color of the mixture turns pink एटा बेसी माने रिवर्स डायरेक्शन होची एटा बेसी बनउची हो सब बुझेला कैटलिस्ट अनुसार भी बुझेला सब अनुसार टेंपरेचर अनुसार बुझेला प्रेशर अनुसार बुझेला अगर वॉल्यूम मोल से सब जिनसे कंसंट्रेशन सब बुझेला डिटेल A catalyst increases the rate of reaction by making available a new low energy pathway for the conversion of reactants to products. But अलग रास्ता देखिए से काढ़े से जिनसे it increases the rate of forward and reverse reaction that pass through the same transition state and does not affect equilibrium. Equilibrium तो same थी वो. Catalyst lowers the activation energy for the forward and reverse reaction by exactly the same amount. Catalyst does not affect the equilibrium composition of the reaction. Does not appear in the balanced chemical equation or the equilibrium constant equation. That's it. Catalyst को तो मैं देखा equilibrium constant से जो equation बनो चाहिए you do not मैंने involve those things. देखिए अमोनिया का था देखिए from the dinitrogen and dihydrogen N2 of H2 N2H2 which is highly exothermic agent a highly exothermic reaction. Proceeds with decrease in total number of moles formed compared to the reactants. Proceeds with the decrease in total number of moles formed as compared to that of reactants. Aquara moles apika aquara product moles से कम बनेगा decrease reaction proceed को लगे. Equilibrium constant decreases with increase in temperature the body velocity. Reaction quotient answer. At low temperature, red decreases and it takes long time to reach equilibrium. Whereas at high temperature, gives satisfactory rates but poor rates. Rate बहुत बढ़ी जाती है तो product उसी. German chemist Fritz Haber, तो कौन के लिए Fritz Haber discovered a catalyst consisting of iron catalyze the reaction to occur at a satisfactory rate at temperatures where the equilibrium concentration of NH3 is reasonably favorable. Since the number of moles formed in the reaction is less than those of reactants, the yield of NH3 can be improved by increasing the pressure. Optimum मैंने सी एठी ଗୋଟେ एग्जांपल देला जो ଗୋଟେ catalyst यूज करले iron catalyze consisting of iron catalyze the reaction to occur at a satisfactory rate. ये NH3 बाहर करेगा ये तो बाहर लानी. So better to increase the pressure. Optimum conditions of temperature and pressure for the synthesis of NH3 using catalyst are around 500 degrees Celsius temperature, 200 atm. Catalyst on temperature. Catalyst गोटे substance तमे use करो जोटा chemically part कर participate करनी किंतु rate of reaction टा बढ़ी दी. Similarly, in manufacture of sulfuric acid by contact process is your 2SO2 plus O2 2SO3. Yeah. The sulfuric H2SO4 टा बनेगा Kc equilibrium constant है ये रखिला. Though the value of K is suggestive of reaction going to completion. এই ভ্যালুটা সে কହୁची it is so sulfur trioxide बाहर पड़ेगा but practically the oxidation of SO2 to SO3 is very slow. Thus, platinum or divandium pentoxide is used to catalyst to increase the rate of reaction. The reaction has an exceedingly small K. A catalyst would be of little. जोटी K बहुत छोटो सेठी आउ catalyst रो किछ काम करिबो. Ionic equilibrium in solution. Under the effect of change of concentration and the direction of equilibrium, you have incidentally come across with the following equilibrium which involves ions Fe as atoms. Say example. There are numerous equilibria that involve ions only. Se कहुछि. बहुत equilibrium रा केस अछि जोटे खाली ions से involve होउछन. In the following sections, we will study the equilibria involving ions. It is well known that the aqueous solution of sugar does not conduct electricity. However, when common salt, sodium chloride, is added to water, it conducts electricity. Also, the conductance of electricity increases with an increase in the concentration of common salt. Then a salt with a sodium chloride ions also, free ions also. Faraday classified the substances into two categories based on their ability to conduct electricity. One category of substances conduct electricity in their aqueous solutions and are called electrolytes, while the other do not and are thus referred to as non-electrolytes. Faraday further classified electrolytes into strong and weak electrolytes. Portion Faraday. Strong electrolytes on dissolution in water are ionized almost completely, while the weak electrolytes are only partially dissociated. मैंने ions बेसी बाहर आते हैं. Strong ने बेसी ions बाहर ही. बुझियो ना? For example, an aqueous solution of sodium chloride is comprised entirely sodium ions and chloride ions, while the acetic acid mainly contains unionized acetic acid molecules and only some acetate ions and hydrogen ions. The difference. Acetic acid টা হচ্ছে weak acid টা না. This is because there is almost 100% ionization in case of sodium chloride as compared to the less than 5% of ionization in acetic acid, which is weak electrolyte. Ionization kotha कहले तथा तमे states of matter देखिला what is ionization. Enthalpy, substance of change. It should be noted that in weak electrolytes equilibrium established between ions and the unionized molecules. এই মানে को ভিতরে establishment. Ionized or unionized. This type of equilibrium involving the ions in aqueous solution is called ionic equilibrium. Acid, bases, and salts come under the category of electrolytes and may act as either strong or weak electrolytes. तापर acid, bases, and salt को आसिला. अभी मैं मस्तर लगा रहा हूँ चिकन. तो तेज रखो.
ସ୍କୁଲରେ ଏଗୁଡ଼ା ଚାପ୍ଟର ଗୋଟେ ଟିଚର ଦିଟା ଟିଚର ଅଛନ୍ତି କେମିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ଗୋଟେ ଟିଚର ସ୍କିପ୍ କରିଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ରିଡକ୍ସନ କେମିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି
ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ବହି ପ୍ରାଣ ବାହାରିଯିବ ଆଉ ସେ କଣ ପଢିବ.
ଆଜି ଆମକୁ ଯେ କେମିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ପଢାନ୍ତି ଆମ ସେକ୍ସନରେ ସିଏ ଆଜି କ୍ଲାସ୍ ନ କରିକି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ସେକ୍ସନରେ ସାର୍ ପଢାନ୍ତି.
ଆମେ ଏଠି ଅଛୁ ମାନେ ୟୁ ଜଷ୍ଟ ସି କେତେ ପାଠ ଅଛି. ଆମେ ଯିବ ଏଇ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଯିବ. ଏଠି ଆସୁଛି ତମର ଇଏ It is equal summary it was 39.
thermodynamics
Huh?
thermodynamics
कौन गोटे यूनिट अच्छी ମୁଁ ସର୍ଭର ହେଲିନି ତ କାଲକୁଲେସନ ରେ ଥିଲା acid basal salt find widespread occurrence hydrochloric acid present in the gastric juice is secreted by the lining of our stomach is essential to acetic acid is known to be the main constituent of vinegar. Lemon and orange juices contain citric and ascorbic acids. As most of the acid tests are, the order acid has been derived from the Latin word acidus meaning sour. Acids are known to turn blue litmus. किसी अधिक अगर देंगे common example of the base is washing soda. Water universal is very high dielectric constant of 80. When sodium chloride dissolved in water reduced by a factor of 80 and this percentage is ions to କେମିତି ପାଣିରେ ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କଣ ମିଶଉଛ ଏଠି ଗୋଟେ ସଲ୍ଟ ମିଶଉଛ ସୋଡିୟମ କ୍ଲୋରାଇଡ୍ ମିଶଉଛ ଲୁଣ ଭାରତୀୟ ଲୁଣ ୟୁଜ୍ ହଉଛି କେମିତି ତାର ଇଲେକ୍ଟ୍ରୋସ୍ଟାଟିକ ଇଣ୍ଟରାକ୍ସନ ରିଡ୍ୟୁସ ହେଇଯାଉଛି 80% କୁ dielectric constant ଏଇଟା କଣ what is this dielectric constant so reduce ହେଇଯାଉଛି and then free movement of ions possible ହଉଛି देखिए dissolution of sodium chloride in water, sodium and chlorine ions are stabilized by their hydration with polar water molecules. Why water? There are polar molecules, na? Hyper movement ଅଛି ନା? Stabilize ହେଉଛି ଏଟାକୁ stabilize କଲା ଏଠି chlorine ଟାକୁ stabilize କଲା ସେ water molecules movement ବଢିଆ ଭାବରେ ହେଉଛି ଏଟା ଯାଉଛି ମାନେ ଏଇଟା chlorine ବଢିଆ ଭାବରେ freely move କରୁଛି stabilize ହେଇଗଲା ନା stable ହେଇଗଲା देखिए हाँ comparing the ionization of hydrochloric acid and that of acetic acid in water we find that both of them are polar covalent hydrochloric acid is also polar covalent molecules former is completely ionized into its constituent ions while the latter is acetic acid is only partially ionized less than 5%. The extent to which ionization occurs depends upon the strength of the bond and the extent of solvation of ions produced. Solvent माने जो solvent रे से सेटा present अछंती water as a solvent ହେଲା solvation टा सेटा को जो solventation আছে तमे salt को बुडीचो dissolve करिचो depend କରୁଛି ସେଇ solvation ର ମାନେ extent of solvation of ions dissolve होची केते amount of solute सेटा ऊपर depend କରୁଛି The terms dissociation and ionization have earlier been used with different meaning. Dissociation refers to the process of separation of ions in water already existing as such as in solid state of the solid, as in case of sodium chloride. On the other hand, ionization corresponds to a process in which neutral molecule splits into charged ions in the solution. Dissolution and ionization. Dissolution is the process of separation of ions in water, solvent. Already existing as such in the solid state. So solid state solute, sodium chloride is solute, na water is solvent. But ionization is process in which neutral molecule splits into constituent ions. So we shall not distinguish between the two and use the two terms interchangeably. I mean, basically, so it would interchange dissociation and ionization same, packabaki same kariba. Arrhenius concept of acids and bases. Huh. Theory: acid substances dissociates in water to give a hydrogen ions from cluster protein, and bases are that produce hydroxyl ions. हमें क्लास 10th में देखी थी HX exactly जिनसे से कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के पढ़े हमारे देखी थी नोटिंग a bare proton H plus is very a bare proton H plus is very reactive and cannot exist freely H plus रे proton डे अच्छी अब कुछ नहीं देखी थी ना तो प्लस लिखी थी परा H plus हाइड्रोजन को गोटे इलेक्ट्रॉन से देखी थी तो proton अच्छी से exist ही करनी cannot exist freely in aqueous solution so पानी का बनी thus it burns to the oxygen atom of solvent water molecule to give trigonal pyramidal hydronium ion এইଥିଲା କି hydronium ion bonds chemical bonding ରେ ବତେଇଥିଲା ଏଇଠି ଏଟା proton ଟା ପାଣି ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ମିଶିକିରି ବନୁଛି C box hydronium hydroxyl ion so we shall use H plus and H3O plus interchangeably to mean the same that is hydrated proton hydrated proton से proton टा पानी साଙ୍ଗरे मिसिकिरी हाइड्रोनियम आयन बनेगा बुझलो ସେଇଟା ହିଁ acid character ଦଉଛି ବୁଝିଲ ନା similarly a base molecule like MOH ଦେଇଦେଲା OH anthod metal ionizes in aqueous solution according to the ଦେଇଦେଲା M plus OH minus the hydroxyl ion also exists in the hydrated form in the aqueous solution Arrhenius concept acid base however suffers from the limitation of being applicable only to aqueous solution and also does not account for the basicity of substances like ammonia which do not possess a hydroxyl group. Base कहीं तरह कहेंगे से विषय से बुझी पाए the solid state in aqueous solution, the hydronium ion is further hydrated to give species like H3, H5O2 plus, H7O plus, and so similarly the hydroxyl ion is hydrated to give several ionic species like H3O2 minus, H5O3 minus, H2O3. This species has been detected in many compounds. Example, in the solid state. In aqueous solution of hydronium ion is further hydrated to give species like an aqueous solution of hydronium ion जब तुम फर्दर ताकू ये करूछ हाइड्रेट करछ पानी रे मिसि आउरी डिफरेंट आयन सब बनउछ हाइड्रोक्सिल आयन भी सेम बनउछ ए देखे देखिछ हाइड्रोनियम आयन भी हाइड्रेटेड ही होछि हाइड्रेटेड प्रोटॉन से हाइड्रोजन बट लिमिटेड रहउछि एक्वस आ एसिडिक बेसिसिटी संगे किछि कहि पर ये जो आरएनएस एसिड बेसिस ऑफ थ्योरी The Bronsted Lowry acids and bases. ये गोटे theory देला acid bases and salt over. कौन ब्रो syllable टा pronounce केमती करिवो से आंसर हाँ Danish oh nice end कर दो